Boris Johnson, what are you doing? Are we in or are we out? I'm so confused. Take a deep breath, calm. Hey, thank you for watching Let's Talk Parenting. I'm Veronica Kasenga Fruitful. I am super happy that you have joined me today. Today, I want to talk to us about taking care of ourselves. So, breathe out. I want to talk to us about self-care because being a parent right now with the pandemic, the best thing that we can do for ourselves and our kids is to find a way to take care of number one, which is us. Being a parent is a 24/7 job. And I know you are looking forward to them growing up and leaving the nest, but you've got some time before that happens. And with everything that's going on right now, I'll even admit lately, I'm like looking at my kids and I'm thinking, I am just seeing you too many times. Please go out. But they can't. We are all just cooked up in our homes. So that's why I wanted to share today a couple of things that we can be doing right now to take care of ourselves, to make sure that we are not overdoing it. We're not getting too frustrated, because when we get frustrated, we then take that frustration out on our children, and that can be very unhealthy. Also, when we get frustrated, it can also lead to us developing, mental health, because when we're not taking care of ourselves, all sorts of things go on in our mind, and it can lead to us developing mental health. It can have an effect on, long-term relationships. So it's really important that we think about how we can take care of ourselves. Self-care is a really good way for us to relieve some of the stresses that we are carrying inside us. And stress is like in fact, it is the biggest cause of the diseases that we have in our body. So when we take good care of ourselves, we are just letting go of all the negative energy, toxins that we have, and we're allowing ourselves to think more positively, which is exactly what we need. And it will help us to be motivated to just keep going, we are going to come out of the pandemic. We just can't say when. So in the meantime, we really have to find a way to take care of ourselves. I'm telling you, it's so important, because I myself have come to realize just how important it is for me to not always just prioritize the children, which is another thing that we do that makes us become a bit resentful. Like if we're always prioritizing others, prioritizing the kids, we can become resentful, which is a negative energy. And that can help, make us feel really bad, and we get more frustrated, and that's exactly what we're trying to stop. Another reason why we need to take care of ourselves is because we model stressful behavior before the kids. So how we respond to difficult situations, well, they're going to see that, and they're going to think, well, that's how you respond when things don't go very well, and that's how they're going to respond to situations. My daughter's really good because one thing I notice is that whenever things don't go well, she has this attitude where she'll be like, oh well. And without bigging myself up, I have to say she gets that from me, because I do have that kind of attitude where I'm just like, oh well, and so I noticed that she also does that. So it's really important to watch how we are responding to the pandemic, because the way that we deal with situations can influence the way that they also deal with the pandemic. So I want to share with us a few things that we can be practicing during the pandemic, since we can't socialize, that will really help us to manage ourselves, manage our well-being. But first,
Let's Talk Parenting is going live on YouTube on the 28th of January with guest speakers, therapist Patricia, psychotherapist Celestina, Nina Naya, and our model Lizette Mibo. Don't miss it, our very first live interactive session. Subscribe now for your reminder.
Yes, Let's Talk Parenting is going live. I'm very excited about this. So join me on the 28th of January, which is a Thursday, 8 p.m. on YouTube. I'm going to be live. I'm going to be talking to 4 amazing women who are professionals and mothers, and we're just going to have a chat about parenting. We're going to talk about parenting, especially the 21st century. So no excuses. It's at 8 p.m. It's in your house. You don't need to go anywhere. So please don't leave me hanging. Join us as we have a discussion on parenting on the 28th of January, 8 p.m. So back to the tips that can help us to maintain our sanity during this period. So starting with tip number 1, take a nap or practice breathing. My sister Nicole, if you're watching, I know you're like going, huh? Because she is always taking naps and I'm like, where do you find the time to take a nap? But she is right. Taking a nap is a really good way to help your body to recuperate. And so you need to find the time. I say that you need to find the time to just, just relax, just sit on the couch and just go to sleep. 10, 15 minutes, 1 hour if you can, if you've got the time. But if you're like me and you don't have time to take the nap, then I suggest you practice breathing.
Sit in a comfortable position, or you can lay down if you prefer. Take deep breath in, counting up as far as you can hold your breath, and then release, counting down. Do this over and over.
This for about 3, 5 or even 10 minutes every single day. Find the time to just sit down and practice those breathing exercises. It's very important because that's really what's going to help to relax the muscles inside your brain, allowing oxygen to go in and out of your body. So tip number 2 is
eat right. A healthy, nutritious breakfast like oatmeal is a good way to start the day. Be sure to add some nuts and berries because berries contain antioxidants that fight off inflammation, that allow viruses into our bodies.
Tip number 3 is a very simple one, which is to make sure that you are making time to have a catch-up session with family and friends. Just make sure you're not talking about the coronavirus or how annoying the kids are being, because that really is not going to help. Stay positive. Tip number 4 is to make sure that you are getting in regular exercise. And this is my favorite one because this one I can do. 5 is to play games. This is actually one of my favorite. I love games. So you can play games by yourself or you can play it with your kids. But if you're not into games, another option is for you to rent a funny movie. You've got Netflix, so just watch some funny movies and laugh yourself off. They do say that laughing is really good medicine for the soul. So yeah, just do that. Rent some movies and have a laugh. And finally, tip number 6, and this is especially for those of us who are working from home, which is to unplug. Literally just unplug, turn off. Be disciplined with your time. Have a start time when you're working and then have a switching off time. And when you switch off, literally switch off. Well, that is all I have time for. There's literally like 100 different techniques or strategies I can share with you on self-care. But I think these 6 if you put them into practice, they will be very, very successful. As I said, remember on the 28th of January, we are going live. We're going to have a talk with 4 amazing women. Please join me. I'm really looking forward to that session. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then it's the new year. Do me the honor of 1, sharing this video with others so they can get the same messages that you're getting, and 2, subscribe to the channel and help me grow. This is the best gift that you can give to me this year. Once again, thanks for watching me. I appreciate you and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Have a great week.